There is a family in which a mother lives with her twin children, Lucas and Elias. They have moved to a new house, which is in the middle of the woods and has a lake nearby. The mother is a singer and is quite famous on local TV. One day, Lucas and Elias are playing hide and seek near their house. When they find out that their mom has come home, they go to meet her. When they enter the house, they see a woman with bandages on her face. However, this woman is their mom, who has had cosmetic facial surgery, which surprises Lucas and Elias. Despite their surprise, they listen to their mom. But something strange happens. She only gives attention to Elias. She only gives food and drink to Elias and listens only to him, completely ignoring Lucas. Perhaps she is recovering. Their mom makes a new rule that there should always be silence in the house. No one should come over, no animals or things from outside should be brought in, and the curtain should always remain closed. And if you both want to play, you can go outside, Lucas tells Elias, wondering what's wrong with their mom since she's not talking to him. Elias suggests that it might be a side effect of her surgery and that she might be in pain. Whenever someone comes to their house, their mom says she's sleeping. They don't understand why their mom is acting this way. She spends a lot of time looking at herself in the mirror and reacts strangely to her reflection. Meanwhile, Lucas and Elias are playing outside, and they find a cat. But their mom doesn't allow them to keep pets, so they bring the cat home and hide it in a box. However, their mom hears the children's voices. Here, we see their mom without bandages, but only her side profile is visible. After hearing the noise, she puts the bandages back on, and there's some doubt about whether something has happened to her or if she's doing this intentionally. Then, the mom comes to Lucas and Elias' room, and when she sees the door locked from the outside, she gets very angry. She starts checking Lucas and Elias' room and finds a lighter on Lucas' bed. She questions Elias about it, and Elias says that he took the lighter to burn a book and that he wasn't using it for anything wrong. After hearing this, their mom leaves angrily. The two brothers wonder what has happened to their mom when they see her going into the woods, behaving very strangely. She starts shaking her head in the woods, but this turns out to be Lucas and Elias' dream. Then, the brothers go to their mom's room to check if she's sleeping. To test this, Elias places a cockroach on her face, and it goes into her mouth, but she still doesn't wake up. Taking advantage of this, the brothers start looking through her things. The two brothers start looking at the family album and see a girl who looks like their mom. Then they think that the other woman in the picture might be their aunt, and they start to suspect that the woman living in their house is not their real mom but the aunt from the picture, who has come to take over their home and wants to harm them. They decide to keep an eye on their mom and set up a recorder in her room. They start cleaning the house and discover their cat is dead. Seeing this, they get very angry and believe that their mom must have done it since she had forbidden them from keeping a pet. After that, they fill a tank with water and put the dead cat inside. When their mom sees the dead cat in the tank, she gets angry and asks Elias what his problem is and why he's doing such strange things. Elias responds that he's fine and accuses her of not being his real mom, demanding to know where his mom is. Hearing this, their mom gets angry and locks Elias in his room. Meanwhile, the mom is also crying in her room, feeling deep regret for hitting Elias. Elias is very sad too, but Lucas is comforting him, saying that they will soon find their real mom together. Then Elias has a dream in which he sees that he cut his mom's stomach and a lot of cockroaches come out. Lucas and Elias become very scared of their mom and lock themselves in their room. This time, their mom doesn't get angry about the locked door. Instead, she lovingly asks Elias to open it and tells him that she loves him very much and that they will play together. Elias doesn't believe his mom's words, and she is still talking only to Elias, not even mentioning Lucas's name, which doesn't sit well with Elias. He starts to feel that she can't be their mom. However, he still opens the door. For the first time, their mom appears without bandages, and her face has healed. She looks at Elias with great affection, but Elias and Lucas run away from home. They go to a church to see a priest and tell him that their mom is troubling them and that she is not their real mother. The priest responds by saying that children nowadays get angry over small things. He then takes the brothers back to their home and asks their mother about everything. The mom explains that she had an accident some time ago, and after their father left, she became tense and depressed, which might be why the children feel this way too. We then learn that the bandages on the mom's face were due to the accident, and perhaps her face was deformed in the accident. After the priest leaves, the mom cries, feeling very sad that her children are afraid of her. She takes her medicine and goes to sleep. But when she wakes up in the morning, she finds her hands and feet tied, and her children standing nearby, wearing masks. They ask her, where is our mom, and who are you? The mom says, why don't you trust me? I am your real mom. What's wrong with you, Elias? Elias asks, then why aren't you talking to my dear brother? The mom starts crying, then they show her the picture of the twin sisters. The mom says, she is my friend. We look the same, so we used to wear matching clothes. Hearing this, Elias gets even angrier and splashes water on her face. The mom cries and says, son, I am not at fault. I am your real mother. Elias feels very bad for what he did and is about to free his mom, but Lucas stops him and says, you didn't do anything wrong. The fake mole this woman made on her face washed away when you splashed the water. Elias says that he is now convinced that mom is not his real mother. Mom says that when surgery is done, it can change a lot of things on the face, which is why the mole on her face is also gone. After that, Elias shows his mom a video of her and says, look, our mom's eyes were brown, but your eyes are blue. Mom says those are her contact lenses, and her real eyes are blue. She removes her lenses when she sleeps. But both Elias and his brother don't believe her. Just then, some people come to their house to collect funds. Elias tapes his mom's mouth so she can't make any noise. He steals money from his mom's purse and gives it to those people to send them away. His mom realizes that someone is downstairs, so she manages to get some of the tape off her mouth. When she makes a sound, both boys go upstairs and seal her mouth shut with superglue. Time passes like this. Elias feels very sad about all this and brings a pizza for his mom. He tries to remove the super glue from her mouth, but her lip gets cut, causing a lot of blood to come out and dirtying the bed. Elias needs to clean the bedsheet and frees his mom. Seizing the opportunity, she tries to escape but due to weakness, falls and faints. When she regains consciousness, she finds herself in a room, glued to the floor with super glue, and her eyes glued shut as well. Elias says, this is enough. If you don't tell me the truth about who you are, I'll set this house on fire. His mom starts crying and says, why don't you believe that I am your real mom? Elias responds, you are not our mom. Our mom would never torture us like this. Mom explains, after your father left, I started living in anger, which caused all this. I promise I will love you very much and play with you like before. Elias asks, what about my dear brother whom you keep ignoring? Then we learn the real story. Lucas had died in an accident caused by Elias, which left him deeply troubled. He created an imaginary version of his brother in his mind, making him believe that Lucas was still alive. His mom would talk to Lucas only to make Elias happy, but she was exhausted from doing this every day. However, she agrees to do it again for Elias's happiness and says they will all play together. Elias agrees but insists, just tell me where my brother is. His mom, unable to see Lucas because he only existed in Elias's mind, guesses Lucas's location incorrectly. This angers Elias, and he says, you ignored Lucas again, which means you hate him and you're not my mom. In a fit of rage, he sets the house on fire and leaves. His mom dies in the fire as Elias walks near the forest. He sees his mom and Lucas coming toward him, and the movie ends with Elias not being caught by the police. In reality, his mom was his real mother, and after Lucas's death, Elias developed two mental disorders: dissociative identity disorder, DID, and Capgras delusion. DID caused Elias to believe that Lucas was never dead and was always with him, leading him to act as if Lucas were alive. At the end of the story, we also see his mom, meaning that after her death, Elias created an imaginary image of his mom, just like he did with Lucas. This imaginary version of his mom also agreed with him and did whatever he wanted. Just like Lucas in Capgras delusion, the person feels that someone they love has been replaced by an identical imposter, just like how Elias felt that his mom was someone else, which led to everything that happened in the story. So, that's it guys. Today's story ends here.